Hello everybody and welcome to one of my creative worlds. This is a amplified world. I just wanted to have a look at what it was and then I decided to build a few things in it. I will be showing you some of those builds today in this world, starting with the spawn point, which is what I'm currently standing on. There is absolutely no ground underneath me, it is all water. But this is what you will first see when you load into this world. You may or may not have a map when you load in. I don't know if that is a setting I've turned on or off. But as you can see, there's 4 boats here, so you can get around pretty quickly, unless you're like me in creative mode and you can just cheat by flying. I mean, it's so much faster. Over here you have like a little map just demonstrating the little area. I don't know why the map says that the red sandstone slabs, like these cut redstone slabs, I don't know why they turn up as purple on the maps. It's kind of weird. Wonder if they'll update that, or maybe it's just so that it stands out against the biome it's supposed to be in. I don't really know. All I know is that it just looks weird. But as you can tell, this build is majorly gold blocks, chiseled red sandstone, some sandstone stairs, some red cut sandstone slab. I said that wrong. Some birch benches just for the boats. These boats are birch boats as well. And some lanterns. Underwater, for the underwater area, as you can see, the pillars all go down. They go down the bedrock actually, I made sure of that. Sadly I could not break the bedrock to put one at the bedrock layer, but yeah, what you gonna do about it? As you can see, these look like, they look a bit like lanterns. They're supposed to be just underwater light source where I was not using glowstone, because I couldn't be bothered. And glowstone just wouldn't fit the theme when I'm already using lanterns as light sources, so hey, you do what you gotta do. As you can see, this is the roof, and unless you spawn looking up, you probably won't notice it, but I've used the slabs to create a slanted roof, a very shallow slanted roof. But yeah, this is the first thing you'll see when you spawn in. And you'll probably see this off into the distance. Let's go have a look. So this build I actually made this little block of land here completely. Oh, thank you. To be honest, I just wanted to build a house on an island and start a village. I couldn't be bothered to make the island bigger or make more islands, so instead I improvised, as I will show you in a second. Down here is an elevator. Just because I can. Oh. Let me out. Thank you. So that was the elevator. This is a little underground / underwater area. I mean, technically it's both because it's under the ground, it's under the water. So I guess you could label it like that. Here we have some storage. There is absolutely nothing in this stuff, in those chests or barrels, so I won't bother opening them. But this is the main attraction. Through here is a little village with cartographers, toolsmiths, weaponsmiths, I think, armorers, llamas apparently, because the wandering trader was here at one stage. I think he's despawned again. You have the 2 guys fighting over who gets to sleep in the massive double bed, and you have a cat morphing into his face. Minecraft, this is weird. Why do you do this? Over here you have a little cartography room where people like this little bum here can get a job. I said get a job. Useless. In here you have the sleeping quarters. And I mean, this is so much funnier when they are all in the beds. It is hilarious just watching them fight over who gets the majority of the bed. I'm sure it's a glitch they'll patch later on, but in here you have a brewing stand room. Just brewing room. I don't have any cauldrons in here because essentially you could just grab an empty bottle like this. Okay, then I guess you can't. There used to be a feature where if you had a glass bottle and you're near a body of water, you could fill it up without needing a cauldron. That's probably been fixed. Or at least that was what you could do on the Xbox 360. Little bells. I think I've shown you this area. No, I haven't. This is the toolsmith room, or blacksmith room. If you can hear that heartbeat, that would be the heart of the sea, which is located somewhere under here. I think it's over here in this corner, just a few blocks down. I'm just going to move away from it because it sounds a bit creepy without seeing the actual thing. But that conduit is just so that you can get down here and get up out of here without drowning. Now the sleeping quarters. Over here you have the grindstone room. I believe this is where the armorers or toolsmiths used to become, well, armorers and toolsmiths. Don't quote me on that, I'm still getting used to these new villager updates. It was a lot better when it was a lot simpler, in my opinion. Over here you have the farm, complete with beetroot, potatoes, wheat, carrot, melons, pumpkins, cacao pods, sweet berry bushes, and neverworts. Don't ask me why neverworts is in a farm, it just is. I probably put it, yeah, I guess you could say it's for the brewing area, because you need neverworts and a lot of potions. Well, you need neverworts to create the awkward potion, which you use in a lot of potion, but hey, let's take the elevator up and out of here. And, well, Lord behold this night. Give me 1 second. There we go. Back today. Ah yes, there are beacons on top of this roof. I put them there solely because it made it easier just to find the place from spawn. Like, you can see spawn over here, you can see this over here, but I think beacon lights render in before the blocks themselves. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you what this place is made of. Majorly, it is made of what you see here, which is sandstone stairs, smooth stone, cut sandstone. Only the top part has glass panes, but still a building material. As you can see inside, you have the gold blocks of gold, and there's some lanterns in the roof. Yeah, lantern. As you can tell, the place is majorly flooded, but that's just aesthetic, and I got bored. It looked a bit boring without all the water. Over here we have what I mainly call the central hub of this world. You have a giant ship that I built with a little lifeboat here. That's kind of detached, or might as well not call it a lifeboat, just a little rowboat kind of thing, except massive. I use conduits just as decoration because they light up the place and they're pretty decorative on top of fence posts. You should try it sometime. This ship has tripwire hooks for the decoration. The majority of this build is spruce wood, so I'll just, without saying the spruce part, fence, stairs, planks, slabs. This one is dark oak trapdoors and dark oak doors, as well as lanterns. Up here you have the watchtower, where we will meet one of the crew members, which is Lookout. I don't know what's wrong with him. He just likes running around in circles, staying unemployed. With his trusty compass. Don't ask me what he's doing now, it's just part of his methods. Weirdo. Down here we have another crew member, who is again just unemployed. He's just there. Over here you have the ship's wheel, which I made out of spruce wood fence, and item frame. I mean, it would look better if the item frames didn't stick out on the fences. If they actually stuck on the fences, it would look better, but I guess it's just how things are. Down here you have a little cauldron, just a little basin to wash your hands, I guess. You have the crew's sleeping quarters with a chest full of nothing, per usual. 3 beds, and that's about it in there. Have a nice little clock, and this is the captain's quarters. This would be the captain's getup. Black cap. I think this is dark blue. Is this dark blue? Yeah, I think it's dark blue. Yeah, dark blue vest, and the rest is just black, and he has a iron sword. Because he never knows when he'll come across pirates. I was gonna put some other stuff in this chest, like loot. But I guess I'll do that now. Because I can. Give him some emeralds. You have a little smoker here, which I made our brewing stand, and well, I wouldn't call this a smoker, but it's one of those very old smoking things. Or at least that's what it's supposed to look like. I forget what they're called. But yeah, I made it with an iron bar and the brewing stand. Of course, what potions do I have in here? Strength, instant health, and weakness. Why is that weakness? I don't know, probably just looks good. Crafting table, and more decor. Let's go down another level. Down here we have the crew kitchen, where we find 3 more of the crew members, a whole bunch of blast furnaces if I can actually get over to them. I think that's the best we're gonna get near them. And we have storage, again filled with absolutely nothing. And there's a basin of water, which the first mate seems very intent over. Never mind, he's no longer the first mate. He is now an armorer. Is that right? Armorer? Yes. Why have you forsaken your post? Shame on you. Captain was counting on you, first mate, and you just abandoned him. Yeah, he was the only reason he's the first mate was because he had an eye patch. I mean, it looks so cool. And it looks so right. Down here you can see the blast furnaces and access them for some reason. You can probably access the beds, I think. Unless I blocked them off. Yeah, I think I blocked off the beds. But over here you have the anchor, which is just here for aesthetic purposes, but if there are actually currents in Minecraft besides the up and down currents that you use for making elevators, it would be so that the ship wouldn't go astray and get shipwrecked like this one over here, which is just randomly generated in. I've already looted it. So while we're over here, let's have a look at the little hub. Over here we have a nice little camping ground which I made out of podzol, grass paths, grass block because I had to terraform a little bit, oak logs, oak fences, the campfire itself. There is hay bale underneath that, but I'm not... There we go, hay bale. Rosebush, lilacs, and a variety of carpet which is held up by string and fence. It's a nice little area, and in my opinion it looks very cozy. Just with this little shelter here, I will quickly fly up so you can get a look at it from above. In my opinion this does look a bit like a fire charge. I'll just get one for comparison. Fire charges are here. Like, it looks pretty similar. Of course I don't have all the greys, but I probably substituted half of the things with whites and browns. But to me it looks like a brighter kind of fire charge. Anyways, it just looks cool. That's the main important thing. Over here you have ladders behind the giant wall of maps. I think that's just for survival players, so that if they're in survival and they can't fly up, they can just climb up the ladders. And I probably didn't think this through well, because you can't really see much. So yeah, that's probably not a good idea. But as you can tell, I have labelled every single map with the coordinates that I've put over here. So over here you have A1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way down to L12. In the chests, these chests actually have stuff in them. I hear a dying drowned. Let's just ignore that for now. Inside these chests, they actually have stuff in them. They have the maps, each complete with coordinates. The signs on them tell you which coordinate to which coordinate it is. So here you have A1 to F6, G1 to L6, A7 to F12, and G7 to L12. This is a very big map, to be honest. Then again, it's an infinite world, so if I was to make this complete, it would probably take up like 10 to 20 chunks. I might actually do that one time. It will take a long time, but I might actually do that if I get enough likes for it. Or requests, whichever comes first. So while it's becoming night, I'm just going to quickly show you the bridge. As you can see, it's right here, but we'll just go over here for the start of it. This is a simple build with just birch planks, birch fences, oak logs, and birch stairs. Oh, and the lanterns. Absolutely no slabs, because slabs wouldn't have fit the build. But this bridge is just simply so you can get over the little river below and over to the next build, which is where I'm going to sleep for the night, practically. Just get over there faster for you. Hello, Mr. Zombie. No, you cannot have my brains. Just another little map to show you where you are. You are here. But where is here? So this is a log igloo, in a way, or dome. I think dome's a better word for it, but the main idea came from one of my Xbox 360 worlds, which I made this out of packed ice, blue ice, and normal ice. And redstone torches so that stuff wouldn't melt. But for this build, I used jungle logs, birch planks, glass blocks, lanterns, brown carpet, blocks of gold, and underneath the carpet we have cobblestone. Well, cobblestone. For decoration, I have used the Azuri Bluette in pots. I probably pronounced that wrong. You can correct me in the comments. And a little storage area, which, again, you guessed it, has absolutely nothing in it. Because I can't be bothered. And I just realised I have not put a bed in this place, nor any other functional requirements for it. So I'm just going to pick a bed, and I will just see you all in the morning, I guess. Even though I could technically cheat it today, but who cares? Anyways, this is not the last thing I want to show you. Nor is that. Although it is pretty entertaining just to watch a zombie burn. This little area requires a little bit of a flight, or boat ride if you will. I'm probably going to have to make this a little bit faster just to get there. But, here we are. this island is home to another one of my builds. Ignore that for a second. A little Hobbit hole. No, it is not accurate to the story The Hobbit or the stories, well, trilogy Lord of the Rings. Can't be bothered naming them all, but J.R.R. Tolkien is a very skilled writer, in my opinion. So this is, I call it a Hobbit hole solely because it is in the side of a hill, or mountainous cliff, if you will, and it has a circular shape to it. This build was made out of spruce planks, spruce stairs, cut sandstone, levers for decoration, cut sandstone slabs, gold blocks and lanterns, as well as some spruce wood slabs, but that's in another room. So I'll start over here with the porch and the map showing you where you are. Again, you are here, but where is here? You have a nice little table so you can sit down, relax, watch the non-existent tide come in and out. Enough of that. Over here you have the kitchen with some tables which you can just sit on the edges of the wall because it technically works. I'm not going to be bothered expanding it enough to make some chairs. I think I made chairs in the build that this is based off. Yes, I have another build of a Hobbit hole in another world on the Xbox 360. Half my ideas come from there. Except I just improve on them eventually. We have a smoker, furnace, and blast furnace. Don't ask me why there's a blast furnace in the kitchen, it's just there. Sleeping quarters with a crafting table, and you guessed it, storage with no storage. As you can tell, that lever is not just pure decoration, it opens the area, it opens up the enchanting room, which I've decorated with majorly bookshelves, but the redstone for this is pretty simple. Just 2 sticky pistons, some redstone, I need to look at the names for these things, some redstone repeaters to slow things down, and a redstone torch just so that when the lever is off, the redstone circuit is on, and when the lever is on, the redstone circuit is off. The redstone signal, I mean, it was very easy to make this redstone piece. The only difficult part was trying to wrap it around so that I could fit in the chests and all that, and all the decoration, but it worked out. The first part of the redstone circuit was pretty easy. It's just redstone repeater around here somewhere, move the redstone around so that it powers that sticky piston, and voila. The other one was a little bit harder because I had to wrap it around over the top of this chest, all the way around there, goes down and underneath the ground to this sticky piston right here. I'll probably do a little tutorial on how I made that later on in a different video, so keep an eye out for that. Over here you have the very dark brewing room, because apparently this is what happens when you put brewing stands inside little cubby holes. Again, decorated with levers, and there we are, there's the spruce wood slabs. I think they're in the roof of the enchanting room as well, but hey, that is every single build in this world. So, as the music probably is playing over my voice, and you're probably sick and tired of hearing my voice, I'm going to wrap this up. So, I hope you enjoyed my little tour of this world. I'm probably gonna put more stuff in it, so keep a lookout for any more videos featuring this world, and I will see you all later.